Hi, I'm Pete, and welcome to Just a Few Acres Farm. The April weather in central New York continues to be kind of crappy. We got a couple inches of snow yesterday. Hopefully it'll melt off today. You guys are all standing in here like you're waiting for something. I did manage to get quite a bit of manure spreading done earlier this week. I want this pile gone. I hauled about 25 loads out of here over a day and a half, and I just got this little piece left to do, probably a half day's work. Hopefully I can get to that today or tomorrow. Wherever I look, there are jobs to be done. This field needs final fitting and seeding, and I hope to do that next week. First I gotta go and get a piece of equipment from the neighbors and go over it again and pick a few of the big rocks. Stuff's just piling up all over that needs to be done in April, but the weather hasn't cooperated. I guess I could take care of this set of discs while I'm waiting for things to dry out this morning. Lawn? What lawn? This thing's been brutalized. Well, that's nice. That's that, but it seems to be adjusted right. We definitely want this straight. I guess that's straight. Somebody really boogered these welds on. I'll do my best to booger them again. Well, that's kind of goofy. Must be a John Deere thing. I gotta fix that. This has gotten bent, so that won't seat. It's been beat on and turned over on the side here. Well, it's just perfect. Big fat fluffy weld. A welder I am not. No crime in admitting you're not good at something. We'll submit it to the testing laboratory. Pass. Now the key here is this doohickey needs to stay in this position, and it can't go down or swing the other way, and this is designed to let it float. This is how you lock it in road position, make sure it stays up. But I don't think I want to lock it there. I think I want the weight of the disc during storage on the discs instead of on the tires, which needs some air. Old car tires, Goodyear. Well, we might as well give her a try. Yep, you know, do all this work and just park it again. I don't know how wet this field's going to be. Up there, awful wet. Those scrapers on the disc do help a lot, though. Must be missing one, or it must have lined over there, a couple of them. That's it. Too wet. Didn't plan on discing it again anyway. Just tried to try them out. These scrapers kept the disc clean, but I got a few here that are that way over that need to be realigned. Oh, just like brand new. Another good job done. I don't plan on using this disc again on this field, but I have another use for it this fall, so I wanted to make sure it was ready to go. Now I got to drive down the neighbors and pick something up with the tractor. Oh, my old buddy. This is a cultimulcher. It's really good for working up and flattening, doing final flattening of the ground before you plant seed. It's a cultipacker in front, and then 2 sets of these S-tines, and then a cultipacker in back. So flattens, works it up, and then reflattens again. These have really replaced old style drags or spring tooth harrows here because we have rocky ground, and these devices are really good at kind of squashing the rocks down so that you don't hit them later on. So you don't have to go through and pick every single rock. You just go and get the big ones and it'll flatten out everything else. What? You still got Haiti. Eat your potatoes. I do all this for you guys, you know. You too, Patty.
When the lights come on and the beer taps flow, and I hear the crowd singing Life of a Rolling Stone. When hell freezes over and the vandals are worth a damn, that's when I'll see you again. When pigs begin to fly and there's peace among men, standing for something is no longer a sin. When the sun comes out and I crawl out of my den, that's when I'll see you again. Hell must have got pretty damn cold, and who would have thought that the vandals would win a bowl? When I look out tonight, all I see are my friends. It's good to see you again. And you can die for your country and have a smoke when the population start to take a joke. When the meteor hits and time just ends, that's when I'll see you again.
Guess we ought to get the cattle some hay.
They've been complaining like a bunch of Karens.
They're a bunch of Karens. There's the head Karen right there. Except her name happens to be Patty. Oh. Gordon, drink some water. It's full. No, you're gonna eat. Here's how much hay we have left. A little row there and some in back, and then some bales over there. We probably got about 3 more weeks of feeding the cattle inside here before they go out on the pasture. We got plenty of hay left to do that, plus to feed the 2 bulls in here for the summer. Good morning. It's supposed to be about 70 degrees today with a strong south wind. A great day to finish spreading manure. down to clean up there. still mushy in here. It's fine down in the field spreading, but I want to get this done. This pile is a combination of chicken litter and cow manure and hay bedding, all mixed together. It's been sitting here for about a year composting. So some simple things about using manure as a fertilizer. It's a real low NPK. It's real weak fertilizer. It's less than 111. I think it's all going to depend on the specific material you're using. Chicken manure has a lot more nitrogen in it than cow manure has in it. But there are other things to measure a fertilizer's worth than NP and K. There's all the trace minerals that are in this and the bacteria that are working away, decomposing, that get added onto the soil in the field where I'm spreading, and the organic matter. There's so much, I spread so much volume onto a field. I'm at about 30 loads on the field, on the 5-acre field that I'm spreading now. And all of that decomposes down to add to soil organic matter, and you just won't get that with any other kind of chemical fertilizer. I'm a strong believer that manure is where it's at, and it's the only thing that we use to fertilize our fields. I do add lime on newly planted fields depending on pH, but other than that, it's just manure. Look at all these earthworms. That's a sign of well-rotted manure. I gotta go fishing. Is one pass down this field from north to south with a little bit left after the turn. Every year I target one field, or about 5 acres, and I put a whole year's worth of manure on that field. And it's just a judgment call. And this particular field, I've made first cutting hay off of it for the last 3 or 4 years. And hay to me is the thing that takes the most off of a field versus just grazing it. So I won't make first cutting off of this field this year. I'll go up to the next field and make first cutting off that instead, because it's been about 3 years since I've made hay off of that field. I was under the gun a little bit. I really wanted to finish today. It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So I went ahead and hauled 13 loads. I brought you on for 7 of them, I think, and it's all gone. It's dried out a lot just while I was working, but when it dries out more, I'll bring the box blade in here and flatten everything out. That makes 36 loads total this year. On to the next thing, and that is seeding that field, prepping and seeding it, and fixing fence so that the cattle can go out in a few weeks. I'm kind of sore. You wouldn't think riding around a tractor all day would make you sore, but it does. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a great Easter. I'll see you next time. I think I'll just sit here for a while and listen to the cattle eat and the wind outside. Here, have a listen.